Hi, this is David. I'm going to play this little bit of recording 3 times. You try to understand every word, try to follow along and see if you can hear every word. And then I'm going to tell you how to recognize the word that I think you are going to miss. I think I know which word you won't hear. We're going to play from nous, right here, all the way to vinifie, right here. I'm going to play it 3 times. I think I know which word you won't be able to hear.
Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie. Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie. Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie.
Okay, so the word I think you couldn't hear was the le. So now I want you to hear again. I want you to see if you can hear that he says nul. Nul. Let's listen 3 times.
Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie. Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie. Nous amenons la récolte à la cave coopérative du village de Puy-l'Aubier, qui nous le vinifie.
So what we've done here is we've learned a new sound pattern, which may even be very surprising to us. We're surprised, perhaps, that he's not pronouncing the L. He's just adding an L sound at the end of a vowel sound that was right before. So now our ears know what the L sounds like in this situation. It won't always sound this way, but in this situation, it sounds just like a little L tacked onto the end of the vowel sound preceding the L. So now that our ears know it, and now that we've recognized it, when we're listening to the whole recording again, we'll probably hear the L next time, or at least our brains will know what the meaning is next time. And this is how you go from becoming a fluent reader to a fluent listener. This is how you learn the sound patterns. What you need to do is listen, look for the words that you don't hear in the recording. So what I'm doing in order to get to where I can understand the native speakers is I am following along in the transcript, and then when there's a word I don't hear that I see in the transcript, then I go back and I focus just on that word, and I'm looking for the 3 or 4, there's maybe 2 or 3 keys. One is the word that I don't hear tacked on to the word just preceding or the word just following? Maybe there's just a hint of the word, or maybe one of the words nearby is changed in a way that my English speaker's ears don't even recognize yet, but there's a slight change in the version of the word just before or just after that signifies that there's actually 2 words there. So what I'm doing is I'm listening for small variations in the sound, and I won't ever notice those small variations unless I'm paying attention and focusing just on that word that I'm missing. So what we do to get to where we can understand native speakers is we concentrate just on small bits on the words that we're missing. If we never really pay attention to the words that we're missing, we don't focus like this, then we become like the person who went to live in the foreign country but still can't really understand a complete conversation even after 10 or 15 years. And me being an English speaker living in France, I know people like that. They live here. I hear them speaking English in the grocery store, so I stop and talk to them, and I find out that they don't speak French. They still can't speak French even after 10, 15 years here, because they really just don't hear all of the sounds. And this is how you get to where you can hear all of the little sounds, all of the versions of different words by paying attention with a transcript and a translation and the original recording. Pay attention to the little sound patterns so that your brain finally learns them, and then you go on and listen again to the same recording. You're not ready to leave this recording and go on to a different recording yet. Now that you can hear all the words, you need to listen again to this recording while you're taking your walk or while you're doing something else that doesn't require a lot of mind power. You can listen to your recording and make sure you're following along, and are there words you're still missing? Go back into the transcript and focus. If you're on my site, you can focus with the little loop bar here. And then little by little, you learn all the sound patterns, and you learn the way the French really pronounce the language. And then you get to where you can hear more and more. Everything becomes more clear, whereas before, I know right now, a lot of this is really not clear. You're not hearing all these sounds. It's because your English speaker's ears are filtering out some of the sounds as noise. It doesn't even want to hear some of these native speakers' sounds, and because you're not yet attuned to the little variations that carry the meaning. So that's what we're doing by what I call looking for the missing word. Do that is maybe 2 or 3 times a week if you can spend 10-15 minutes looking for the missing word.